welcome to Life in America with Nelia. Thank you to those who subscribe, and I do really appreciate it. So if you want to follow my vlog, please do subscribe, like, and click that notification bell. So for today, I'm going to feature the 10 culture shocks I've encountered or I've experienced living in America. So before I proceed to the 10 culture shocks, I just want to say that culture shock doesn't mean negative. It just simply means different. Different, in my opinion, being born and live in the Philippines. So I'm gonna make it clear, it's not necessarily negative, or it's not negative, it's just different. Alright? Change venue. Alright, so let's go straight to the top 10 or 10 culture shocks I discovered living here in America. So 10, no surprise visit. Just like no surprise visit for friends, relatives, whoever you know. You don't have to go there like you just show up, something like that. It's a no-no. You should let them know, or a prior notice before you show up in their house, because their time is precious. They have scheduled errands to do, or they just simply want to have time for themselves. So they don't have time for chismes. So they are so busy with work. So if you plan to go there, let them know ahead of time. Because if you don't, the tendency is they don't let you in the house, or they feel bad about you coming over without notice. And the 9th culture shock is there's a health directive. So the health directive is like a living will, something like that, but it is related to your health. For example, in times that you are not in good situation, let's say you're ill, and your family or loved one brought you to the hospital or urgency, the doctors gonna honor directive. So if it says that you don't have to go through so much pain, it's just the machine that's keeping you alive, they're gonna unplug it, whether your loved ones doesn't like it. Of course, they're gonna discuss it with your family, but at the end of the day, whatever in your health directive, they're gonna obey it. It's kind of different in the Filipino culture, because I witnessed it by myself. It's just like I was in the room, and the doctor and the family members are talking about health directive, that they have to unplug the equipment, and just a minute or two, I don't know what's gonna happen. And it's just like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I can't breathe. My stomach is crumbling. I'm just so terrified. Because in Filipino culture, we have to take care of our loved ones up to the last breath. We talk about prolonging life, but we don't talk much about ending one's life. And the 8th culture shock is employment. Here, you can work as young as 16 years old. You can work as old as 70, 80 years old, or after your retirement age. And I remember when I applied for a job, I applied online and they did not even ask for my picture. It's in the application part, it did not say like pleasing personality, 5'4" in height, you are qualified for the education requirements like high school or GPA. That's it. The 8th culture shock is people here called by their first name. I mean, except if you are the mom and dad, or grandma or grandpa or whatever. But commonly they called or they address people by first name. Let's say in the school, teachers called by their first name. At work, your bosses, you can call them at their first name. Maria, Pedro, oh, that's Filipino. And let's say Albert or Anthony, something like that. No sir, ma'am here. So it's just the first name. And it's not big deal because it doesn't mean they don't respect you, or just that that's how they are. Right. The sixth culture shock to me is people are very straightforward. They say what they want to say. One of the things that, being married to a foreigner or being married to Americans, just like when my husband say, I don't care. For me at the first, like, oh my gosh, he don't care. Oh, what's up? It's a big deal to me. And then I realized that I don't care doesn't mean wala akong pakialam. I don't care, it means it's okay, do what you want to do. It's not big deal. They say thank you often, all the time. That's one thing I like here. Like, if you just let them in, thank you. If you just do something, give something little or big, thank you. They always say thank you. They're so appreciative. It's important that you are open-minded and you are not like easily offended. You have to process. You have to process the thought, the words, if the intention is bad or good before you react, because you might misunderstood them. So another culture shock at number 5 is when you go to a party. American way of throwing party is tacos, chips, soda. We call it soft drinks. They call it soda, and then water and cheese or grapes. That's how they party. The first time I went to a party, I think I did not eat much because the Filipino way of party is very festive, as in table full of food. So it's just like, oh, it's different. They don't have rice, they don't have chicken, they don't have like the heavy stuff, the extraordinary food, something like that. They don't have lechon. So, of course, it's America, so they don't have lechon. But expecting like they have ribs, they have rice or whatever. Nope, it's not. They have chips, soda, tacos, cheese, grapes, waters. That's it. In the Filipino, like it's a buffet. And you can take out food. So the number 4 culture shock is also related to food. When you're invited to a like dinner, or let's go dinner meet at this certain restaurants. So you show there. And you have to order food. And make sure you have cash, debit card, or credit card because you have to pay for your own food. It's not the birthday celebrant or the host gonna pay for your food. You have to pay. They have to split the bills and you pay for your own food. So it's different in our culture because the one who invite, the one who host, we're gonna pay for the food of everybody who arrived for the party. So yes, that's a culture shock to me. In fact, I have a story. One birthday, because my husband and I have the same birthday. So we invited some friends and my husband asked me like, are we gonna pay for their food? And I said, of course, we are the one who invite them, so we have to pay for them. So my husband paid for it. And maybe it's to him it's like, that's so much, why are we going for them? It's not how it works here. Until like we were invited and just like we order and we pay for our own food. I said, oh, okay. That's why my husband was really surprised when I said we have to pay for their food because it's not the culture here. The top 3 culture shock to me is American time. So when they say 7 o'clock, show up like 5-15 minutes before 7 or 7 o'clock. If it's later than that, you have to let them know that you will be late for a couple of minutes so that they know they can adjust to it. But never ever show up late. It's a no-no. It's a disrespectful way of their time. In fact, because the Filipino way is 30 minutes before you say, I'm on my way, but hey, that person might not live in their house yet. So yeah, oh my goodness. So when you are dealing with Americans, make sure to show up at the agreed time. The top 2 culture shock to me is the credit score. What is that credit score? Credit card, I know, but credit score, what is that? So most likely is your credibility when it's come to credit, and it makes a difference in a way that if you have high credit score, you can get a house, you can get a car, you can have personal loan. So the question, how did you get your credit score? And how is it important for you to have a high credit score? Credit score can be obtained through like in your purchasing, using credit card, or in your loans, car, house, whatever loans you avail in a financing institutions or banks. So if you pay your obligations on time or ahead of time, that helps your credit score to grow. Given here that the means of payment is not commonly cash, but it's through the plastic, or you call it plastic because it's card, credit card, debit card. That's how you get your credit score. Pay ahead of time and don't overuse your credit card. Don't abandon your credit card. Don't abandon your loan or debt obligations. So pay attention to that because that would affect your credit standing or credit score. Alright, and the top 1 culture shock to me is retirement. In America, so they save for their retirement so that when they reach 62 or 65, they can retire. They can do things that they weren't able to do during their younger days because they are busy working, providing for their family, providing for their loved ones, and so they look forward for their retirement. It's the time that they do something they like, they love, and they want to do in their lives. And they want to make sure that they are secure aside from the pension that they're gonna get from the government or for the state or federal or from the work. They save for it. They save money so that when they retire, they don't have to worry for their day-to-day living expenses or money to pay for their bills. So they really make sure that they have enough, or even just they can survive in their day-to-day lives when they're retired, which is very different in the Philippine way because savings or retirement fund is not common. So here I like it because when you grow old, you don't depend on somebody else because you prepare for it. You prepare for the age when you're about to retire. There's a phase of your life when you are busy helping for others in your younger days, and when you retire, it's about yourself. It's about you, securing you. Alright guys, that's the 10 culture shocks I discovered living in America. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like it. Please share, like, and subscribe, and watch out for my part 2. Alright? Thank you very much. God bless. Bye-bye.